Yeah, so now Yash is going to take us through our new and updated Earn dashboard,
Oh,
which
and
is
that
super
update,
slick.
yeah,
Super slick.
yeah, that's just a much needed update.
So maybe start off, how much Bitcoin do we have?
8.36 precisely.
That's cool.
6510536
Precisely.
Yeah. We do have a little more in the volume processed because there's a bunch of Bitcoiners who kind of tried and left. And so the dashboard gives a broader overview of what's all available. Again, it's completely permissionless. You can just go and connect your EVM wallets. So we are on Base. The Base acts as a hub change, up chain, where we are kind of aggregating all the liquidity. So the liquidity is not fragmented in like all the other chains like EVMs, Ethereum, and whatever. So you go ahead and like just connect your wallet. In this case, I'll just connect my wallet through. Do you mind passing my phone? Yeah. I'll just give you a quick demo of connecting my wallet here, where I've supplied some USDC. All right. So I'm connecting through Wallet Connect. Boom. So you can see I have $19 supplied, Michael.
Big whale.
And the effective APR is 5%. That's not bad. It's pretty much better than if I hold USDC. It's 3%.
Yeah. The way I think about our earn rate in the variable market is that, Bitcoin is the pristine collateral of the 21st century.
Yeah.
And we're allowing people to take credit against us. So when you talk about Bitcoin yield, this is like real Bitcoin yield to me.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about safe yield, this I also believe is safe yield. And then the different comparative landscape is, Aave Morpho may be sort of like the baseline yield for the DeFi ecosystem. That's earning at 2.5%, maybe 3.5%. So this is significantly above that. And additionally, this is above treasury rate yield.
Yeah. And by the way, I've set my allocation all to variable market. If I split with the fixed market, so then it goes up to like 8%.
Yeah. If you're totally allocated to that fixed rate market, you're going to be earning a lot more.
This is the power of open finance or DeFi, actually.
Yes.
Right. Not the shitcoin and not all the scams that happens though.
Correct.
So the dashboard gives you a quick overview of what's happening in the market, the total Bitcoin log, the credit book, the overall variable market supply APR at the moment. And you can also see your position if you have supplied some USDC here. Like I've done, you can actually, when you supply it, it asks for allocation between fixed and variable market. So the way it works, this is Michael's work on the market side. Why don't you give a little bit idea on how that works behind the scene, Michael?
So the idea here was to create the most capitally efficient market that had both variable rates and fixed rates. And the mechanism that it chose to do that is we have one pool. That's our primary pool. That's our variable rate market. And all lender funds go in here to start with. And then we attach kind of on the side the one or more fixed rate markets. And at the time of me as a lender putting money into the protocol, I get to decide how much of an allocation I want into that fixed rate market. And then at the time of a borrow, let's say that someone's borrowing $1,000, we have an algorithm that will choose of all of the lenders that want an allocation to that fixed rate market, who should get allocated and pull that $1,000 from the variable rate market into the fixed rate market. We're also building out a swapping mechanism to allow fixed rate lenders to be able to swap out when they want to, and make it very flexible, and maybe even create like a marketplace there where there's some value exchange. But that's sort of the fundamentals. As a lender, you come in, you say, how much of this market do I want as a maximum allocation? How much of that market do I want? And then as borrowers come in and out of the system, your allocation changes based on what your desired exposure is.
Cool. So you have market stats where we have two market at the moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's variable market, which is the primary one, where
people love that variable market. They love that 6.9.
Right now it's 6.64 with an LTR 50% and the supply APY at 5%. And when I get in, you can get more details on the utilization, and you can, of course, supply or deposit your own USDC, your position, a little bit of overview. And then you can go and verify the borrowers. Like, are these real? Is this yield? Is it just a promise? It's actually backed by real collateral out there, which is Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Unlike any rehypothecation or, like all the
wrapped assets.
And then all the tokens with emissions and the crazy stuff. It's
there's no
straight simple.
No
token.
No surge token.
Yeah. No such token.
Just USDC and
just USDC.
Bitcoin.
Yeah. And then there's fixed market, similar, like, gives you a little bit, into like how that all looks. And then you have vaults. So right now we have 27 active line of credits. That's 27 users.
Mm-hmm.
And you can go and verify them. So you can sort them by showing how much. And then you have a demand. This is a borrow flywheel that we have built into the product, where we are bootstrapping, we are getting started, and we definitely are going to have imbalance between the market, because at the end of the day, it's an open public market with borrowers, lenders coming in and making that happen with all the technology, the cryptography that has gone in, the tech behind the scene. So when user when user want to borrow more, but there's no enough liquidity, he can actually either put the collateral and say, here is my collateral, like, I'm looking for more liquidity, or he can just say, like, hey, I want the more credit right here, and then those requests will come and sit here, and it's open. Anybody can go and see what's the demands look like. And then the auction. This is a Dutch-based auction. Like, Michael, you want to share more insights into this, how it works?
The way the auction works, I believe we've got this dashboard that will show whenever there are unhealthy loans, maybe 70% or higher. And once they reach 90, that's when they're ready. That's when the Dutch auction starts.
Mm-hmm.
And the way our Dutch auction system works is at 90%, we say the value of the Bitcoin in the collateral gets put up for auction. Let's say we have $100,000 worth of Bitcoin up there that's ready to be auctioned. We'll start the Dutch auction at 95,000, so a 5% discount, and then we'll start this auction on the base blockchain. And whoever bids on that will win it. And the price comes down over time because it's a Dutch auction. So eventually, like, the market supply or the market will reach. It's like kind of technical.
Yeah, totally. You can find the tech documentation here. You can read through it. Probably we'll do more podcasts around all this soon.
I think in a couple weeks, when we update our liquidation system, a dedicated talk for how the liquidation
and then like
works.
all the other tech that's has gone inside. You can go and check the distributed custody network that's right there, and probably we'll do a separate podcast for this one. So this is pretty much the Earn dashboard. We'll see you in the next podcast and talk more about what's happening behind the scene at Search.
Sounds good.
Yeah. And subscribe to our channel. And we also have a newsletter that we send out every week. Michael does it. And I contribute now and then.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very important one to keep a close up, tab at what's happening at Search, behind the scenes, and all the updates, what we are working on, what's priority. And it's available on Substack. I'll post the link below. You can subscribe with your email, and like and share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Let's go.
Let's go.